Okay, the Hangout is live. All right, give me 1 second. We are going to get started. I just need to make sure that everyone else who needs to be on here gets here before we get into the nice meat of tonight. So I'm excited. Give me 1 second, everybody. I just want to make sure that we are set and ready to go. Okay. So you're gonna see about 2 more guys get on here, and let's just talk about real quick what tonight is gonna be about. I'm really excited, but before we do, we gotta do our famous intro, babe. You ready? Let's do our famous intro.
Here we go.
Ready, and go ahead.
My name is Paulo CQ.
And I'm Cassandra Lee, and together we are the Power Couple. We're excited to be here, guys. Powered Quantum, what is going on? I'm so excited. We have a great announcement for you that we're going to share with you at the end of our training tonight. But I just love meeting with you guys every single week. You come here wanting to learn to grow your businesses and just get new ideas and strategies. And because it's live, you get to ask live questions. So we're freaking pumped up for you guys, and we're ready to rock, okay? So we have Tony here, and what we're going to do is we're going to go over a little bit about, you know, what Power Quantum is. We're going to talk a little bit about that. But we're really going to talk about a front-end tactic that can get you to make a sale in your business within 60 minutes, because Tony literally experienced this last week with us, and we're going to really just talk about the step-by-step strategy that we had in place, what Tony did to take action, and just how easy and simple it is that if you literally do this for whatever business that you're involved in, whether it be Empower Network or any of the other things that you're involved in, then it can literally work. It's the same thing. It's a universal law. So we're going to get into that very in detail very soon. And Jamal, our good friend Jamal, he's a member of Power Quantum as well. We were just on a hangout with him doing a one-on-one strategy session. And you know, this guy, he's excited. He just took action on activating the inner circle today so he can start developing his mindset and growing in his business. And so when he gets on, we're going to congratulate him, high-five him, just text him, let him know that we sent him the link in his email, and we'll keep it moving, all right? Okay, Tony, cool. Really quick, I want you to introduce yourself to everybody. Hold on, we can't see that. Let me see. It says, getting my mic back. Okay. All right, that's cool. Once your mic is on, just get in here and introduce yourself. But let's talk about Power Quantum really quick, right? Power Quantum stands for a powerful sudden significance or sudden increase in whatever it is that you want, which is why my husband and I created it, because what we wanted to do was create a coaching program or a system that can help people get from point A to point B way faster and shorten the frustration gap. Why? Because when we started in business, we didn't have anyone there to kind of guide us in what to do, and we spent countless of hours just running around in pointless circles, you know, and it almost felt like, you know, what are we doing? It almost felt like that. What are we doing? I'm doing everything that, you know, everyone tells us to do, and nothing's working. There's no results. I don't understand it. And then finally, we just got so fed up, right? We got so fed up, and everything just clicked. It just clicked. And sometimes that's what you need. You need that tipping point that'll push you over. You know, we were listening to The Science of Getting Rich, which those of you who do your strategy session, if you have not yet set up your strategy session, do that right away, because we give you 4 free books, and one of them is The Science of Getting Rich. And in there, he talks about how those, hold on, let him fix his mic here. Those that do the thing the right way, that thing the right way, are the ones that become wealthy. And those that don't do the thing, right, it just says the thing, doesn't tell you what it is, but that thing is something that comes from not a secret, it's just something that comes within. And sometimes it just, you're put into so many different situations that push you overboard to that point. And we got to that point where we said, you know what, that's it, we got to make this happen no matter what. And we did, and suddenly results began to start coming in, and we said, we figured it out. It's really not that hard. We figured it out. And we said, what if we can help people get to where they want to faster? What if we can do that? And when we began to create Power Quantum, it really, really launched like in March, and we blew up. We blew up. It was like we went from like 2 people in Power Quantum to 98 right now?
93.
93? You sure? I think it's like 98. Okay, 93. 93 people right now in just like 4 months, you know, and it just like this in like the split second. And I love that because it really goes to show that, hey man, when you find a system that works, it will freaking work. And you know, when Tony saw that and we said, yo, Tony, do X, Y, Z, this guy went and said, I'll do X, Y, Z and A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And he did it, and you know, he already saw some results. He got his first sale in 60 minutes just by applying what we said. We put a strategy together, and we all put this strategy together on the strategy session we created, right? We did our little one-on-one, right? And it was freaking awesome.
Yeah.
And because of it, that's what happened. And so it works, man. And seeing that in fruition in Tony makes us say, dang, Power Quantum is doing it. We finally created it. We're doing well with it. You know, we're living the vision of what we created it for.
I'm sure that's you. Yeah, like that's
Fulfilled with its purpose. You know, we didn't just create it with an idea and then hope it happened. It's actually happening. It's a reality. And this is only the beginning, because our goal is to help 100 people in Power Quantum reach a 6-figure income by December. So if we grew to 93 in 3 to 4 months, can you imagine what we're going to do in the next 4 to 5 months? And then by December, boom, that's it. And I know that Tony, my man, you are going to be one of those 6-figure earners. What I want to know is the people in the audience, how many of you are going to be one of those 6-figure earners? And if it's you, go ahead and put that in the comments and say, I want to be one of those 6-figure earners. I'm ready to do it. Put it in there. Jamal, you know, if you're excited about that, just let us know, you know. I'm just excited. So before I introduce Tony out again, Jamal, real quick, this is Jamal Jackson. You know, he was a member like from May, I think. I don't even know. But he never did anything, right? He didn't do anything with what we been teaching or anything. He's kind of just a name. And I was like, you know, what is up with this guy? We got to help him get to the level he wants. He obviously became a member so he can grow his business. And we had a strategy session today, and you know, I think it went well. You know, Paolo really did it with him, and you know, we're gonna create a game plan. And he just activated his inner circle, man. So congratulations, Jamal. We just wanna congratulate you for doing that, because it shows that you're committed. You're committed, and you're ready to grow your business and take it to the next level. So Jamal, real quick, I want you to come on out here and just tell everyone why you became a member of Power Quantum. Go ahead.
The reason I became a member of Power Quantum was to be able to get some knowledge in my business to help me further and be able to get some leads in my business where I'd be able to live a financial free life.
Cool, man. So hold on, I just meant, because you're kind of breaking up, I kind of want to just reiterate what you said. To help you get the leads, right? Oh, he just dropped out. His service is a little off. That's okay. So he'll come back on here and tell us again, right?
Yeah. You know, but guys, here's what I want you to do, because you know what we're gonna do now, right? Oh, here he is. Right. So
I'm still finishing the last few assets, like basically.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So you know, I want you guys to pay attention, because right now, you know, we're gonna have Tony introduce himself, right? And Tony's gonna be sharing with us a couple of things, right? One, how he was able to just step into Power Quantum, right? And in a week and a half create his first sale, right? And he did it in 60 minutes, right? He's gonna share with you how he was able to do that, the actions that he took, the mindset that was behind that, and he's also going to let you know what he plans on doing with Power Quantum, with the guidance of the system, with ourselves, and how he's going to hit that income goal, and how he's going to start living the lifestyle that he wants, right?
Absolutely.
So, without any further to do, let's bring Mr. Tony out here, and let's have Tony share, who he is.
Why he became a member of Power Quantum.
Yeah.
And just your vision, brother. Go ahead. No. You're muted. Okay. Talk.
Seems like we're having a difficult time. There he is. So while he starts swearing things out.
I'm back.
Awesome.
Perfect.
Go for it, man.
All right, cool, cool, cool. I don't know what happened. I just kind of like lost my connection and so forth. But yeah. So I'm Tony Pinero. I went ahead and I got into Power Quantum, and man, just I'm gonna just say this after just seeing everything that the Power Couple was teaching me. It just I don't know. It changed, and I made my first sale last week. Like first sale within 60 minutes. Like normally it's taking me probably like 2, 3 days or a week maybe, but this was in 60 minutes. I was like, whoa, this is different. But I took their trainings, I took everything that they gave to me, and I took action on it. Had our one-on-one. We wrote out a list. That's one of the things you want to do is that you want to write out your list. Write out the list of the things that you're going to do, and then do it. Take action, because if you don't take action, you will never do it, and you'll never be where you want to be. So I went ahead, I did that. I set up my viral, blogging system so I can start blogging every day for 90 days straight. I went ahead and I created my capture page, my lead page, besides my own business, capture page, and it made me look a little bit more professional. It stood out, and people were able to see that. And once they saw that, they're like, oh, hey, this guy's Tony Pinero. He's not the company, and that's what they saw was me. And we did a Google Hangout last week, and it was pretty successful. And we reviewed on personalities, and that was the thing I reviewed, is my personality. I found out I was a yellow type, and I lead with a cause, and that's who I've always been in my entire life. And once I figured that, I drove that, and now I find other people who are yellows just like me, but I'm able to integrate with other colors as well. I know they're not going to go too much into that with this webinar, but it was what I took because of Power Quantum, because they showed me who I was able to leverage myself to benefit others as well. And one of my goals with this and with Power Quantum is to hit 30K a month. Is to hit that goal, and I want to hit that by November. I believe I said it was November 15th. I got to look back at my paper, but I believe I said it was November 15th or 25th. One or two, but I want to hit that this year. And if I don't hit that, like, I've just got to keep grinding it out. And if next year comes by and I don't hit it, then I need to die. I need to give up on life.
You silly.
I follow by the concept that they have. Is that what is it? Come on, Anthony, you've been saying this all day, all week. Winners never quit, quitters never win. I choose to be a winner, and that was just simple as that.
Yeah, that's right, dude. That's right, man. Thank you for sharing that. That's really awesome. We're gonna get into like an interview in a minute on what we did and stuff. But dude, you're an awesome guy, man, and we can't say it enough. But we definitely see you as one of the top leaders in Power Quantum. Running things and doing things. We got to help you get all in. So once you get all in, you can be in the Power Quantum Council, because that's when stuff really gets live. Good. That's when stuff becomes live. It becomes real, dude, because that's when if you made a sale not being all in and not in the council, can you imagine what will happen when you actually do get all in? So it's going to be freaking, amazing and things like that. So is there anything else you want to add before we get right into it?
No. I mean, just keep doing it, dude. I mean, just stay consistent, right? And here's what I want to let you know, everybody who's watching this right now, and as you're watching Tony, who he just literally started getting success right off the bat, in a week and a half. I do want to let you know that I want to let you know this, right? That if you decide to stick with us, right, and you decide to run with us, right, here's what's going to happen. One, your life is going to change, and because your life is going to change, it's going to impact your business. And when your business is impacted, and you can begin to start generating the money that you deserve, right? What's going to happen is that you're going to have the lifestyle that you want, right? And when you have the lifestyle that you want, guess what's going to happen, right? Your belief is going to increase, and because of that, you're just going to make more money, right? As long as you continue to keep doing the things that we tell you, right? So I'm really pumped up. I'm excited for you, Tony. Let's continue to keep doing it, bro. I mean, I can't imagine what's going to happen this Friday. You already have like 10 people register for that hangout. And let's get to work, man. Let's create the lifestyle that you want, man. And congratulations again. I mean, your sign-up rate has gone up through the roof ever since you did that one little tweak, man. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Cool. All right, let's get right to it, Jamal. What I want you to do is take notes, as well as everyone else in the audience. But Jamal, since you're on the panel, take notes. And what we're going to have you do later is you're going to get to ask any question, right, to Tony, to us, whatever it is. And we're going to have you set your intention tonight live in front of everyone.
And here's the reason why, right? The reason why you want to do that, Jamal, is because, you know, when you do that, when you make a public commitment, right, what that's going to do for you, it's that you're going to realize that now everybody knows. And because everybody knows in Power Quantum, now that's going to put some pressure on you, but it's going to make you feel good because now you're going to go out there and you're going to just create the lifestyle that you want. And you're not going to stop till you get it, right? Because this is super important. Not to mention, you're calling things out into existence, right? And that's a powerful thing. That's proclaiming things, proclaiming victory. So we can't wait to hear your intention, man.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so let's get right to it. A sale in 60 minutes, guys. After we get through the meat of tonight, we have a few announcements that we want to get to. So make sure you stay all the way through so you don't miss out on those cool freaking announcements. All right. All right. So here we go. First thing is, right, so sale in 60 minutes. This is universal for any business that you're in. The first thing is obviously it's a front-end tactic that we use. So we did webinar trainings. We did a workshop, okay? This is awesome, and I'm going to tell you the reasons why. The first reason is because it will allow you to look like an authority to the audience, okay? So that's number one. It positions you as an authority to your audience. If I were you, I would write that down. What is the normal thing in business when you first join? It's make a list, talk to everyone you know, pitch them, and connect them with your upline. And then after you went through your whole warm market, it's go ahead, blitz or prospect, whatever the term that your company uses, and then connect them with your upline, right? And you do it, and you're like, what the heck? I don't understand why it's not working. Well, number one, you don't come off as an authority. You're not coming off as an authority. And number two, are you really targeting the right market, okay? But we're not going to get too much into that. The webinar automatically pushes you as an authority in your market to your audience. The moment you say, I am doing a workshop, I am doing a webinar, and because it's online, for some reason, I don't know why, but the online world creates this magical power that makes you look like you know what you're talking about. Just, I have no idea why. Seriously, write a blog, get it ranked on Google, and suddenly people think that you know everything,
hey,
right?
We got one of our friends, right, who ranks his blog on Google, right, and he gets, like, at least, I would say anywhere from 6 to maybe 15 people per month by simply saying this: check me out on Google.
Yeah, literally.
That's it.
Yeah, because
that's it. And
the people say, yeah, because the people are like, wait, who are you? What do you do? Google me, he says. Just Google me. And all his blogs come up, and boom, done deal. Why? I mean, and it's, I don't know what it is. It's just the internet has that power. So workshops do that. Now, because you're brand new and you may not feel like, oh, I don't know how I can do a workshop, that's when you actually bring another authority or your authority to come and connect with you. So that's exactly what we did.
Which leads into the second step, right? Which,
yeah.
Go ahead, talk about that.
The second step is borrowing experience, okay? Borrowing experience, connecting with leaders, right? Because the more leaders you surround yourself with, the more of a leader you become, okay? So that is really powerful. It's really powerful, and that's the first thing we did. So we said, you know, Tony, what's your goal? And what's your goal? Tony was like, I'm going to have him share his side of the story, right? So Tony shares his goal, and we're like, all right, dude, this is how we're going to help you get there. Boom, 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 boom. First thing that we need to do is we're going to create a webinar. We're going to create a workshop, and we're going to do it live. So what you want to do is get X amount of people on this webinar, and we will lift you up as the leader and convert them for you.
Now, guys, this is called, you know, the power triangle, right?
Yes.
And what happens here, right? You know, I want you to draw a big triangle if you're taking notes, right? And what happens is at the top of the triangle would happen to be the authority, right? And that person happens to be, let's say, in this case, it would happen to be us, the power couple. The reason why we're at the top, it's not because we're better than anybody. It's not because, you know, we're smarter than anybody. It's simply because we've been in the game a little longer. We've been taking action a little bit longer than some of you guys. And because we have the results, right? And then at the bottom on the left corner, you have Tony, right? and then on the right hand corner you have the audience, right, or the people you invite to that webinar training. Now you see what happens is my wife mentioned something really powerful here, right? She says we uplift the leader, and what happens when you do that, when you edify the leader, when you give edification and praise, right, genuine about that, you basically transfer that power, which in this case would be our power, right, power couple, right, and we give it to Tony, right? We give it to Tony, which we gave it to Tony in the Hangout, and now because we have the results and we've transferred that authority and that power and that influence to him, now he has that same influence like ourselves, and now he can talk from that position to the audience, and because it's his audience, it's the people that he brought in, and those people get to know him a little bit more. Now they can actually connect with him a lot better than we can, and now it's almost as, you know, Tony just became this superstar overnight simply because of the power of Triangle, right? It's a really powerful
concept. He's like, no,
concept.
I'm not a superstar, I'm Batman.
It's a really powerful concept, right? So, you know, that just wanted to illustrate that.
Yeah, that's beautiful. So we did exactly that. And then we said, okay, now this is what you're going to do. You want to get as many people. So we kind of told them to do one of these things, right? Ready? What is it called? Blank, fire, aim.
Oh, yeah. We told them, hey, man, this is a formula. You should write this down, right? Because, look, this is the reason why it took us so long to succeed, right? We stepped into a world, and some of you guys may be new. Some of you guys have been on there for a while, but this world was the internet, right? And we thought we knew, and we spent so many hours just trying to learn everything and not taking any action because we wanted to make sure we have everything perfect.
Yeah.
Now, this concept is called ready, fire, aim, right? Now, some of you guys are probably saying you said that wrong. It's just supposed to be ready, aim, fire. But no, in business, ready, fire, aim is the approach that you want to take because you want to get ready and then just fire. Just take action. And after you take action, you position it, you recalibrate, you realign it and say, okay, I kind of missed it by an inch. Let me just repoint this, right?
Yeah.
And that's what you need to do in business. That's what you need to do. You need to take the information that we're sharing with you, and you just need to, you know, get into shooting position and then fire off. You need to fire off because if you don't fire, you're going to get stuck in a position where you're just learning, you're running around in circles, you're scrolling through Facebook, and you're not getting any results. Tony is the perfect example of this formula, which is ready, fire, aim. This guy didn't know everything. As a matter of fact, this guy's not even all in. He's going to be getting all in soon, right? He didn't have all the information, but what he did have is just enough to take action on, and then afterwards, guess what? I said, okay, after he aimed, we said, okay, after he fired, we sat back down with him, we said, okay, dude, you need to implement a bridge page. Okay, a bridge page, and I just want to share these results, man, because you know I just want to lift this guy up, man. This guy's phenomenal, and I just really want to do this, right? So Tony's first webinar here was where's Tony at?
Ninja
Tony?
Was that no personality?
Ninja. Okay, personality, personality type, right? So look at this for a second, okay? This is actually not so bad, right? He drove 40 people to the capture page.
Which is awesome.
Which is
for
awesome.
Your first time, you know?
This guy's a badass, bro, right? And he had 11 people registered, and there was 4 people who attended. So he had a 28% sign-up rate and a 36% show-up rate. Not bad at all. But let's check where Tony's at now with the Ninja webinar, right? So just check that out. Tremendous. Look at that, 55% sign-up rate, simply because he just took action, and then he said, okay, I messed up here. Let me just recalibrate. Let me just realign my vision here. Let me just tweak. And he went straight to 55%. And at this rate, trust me, he's going to get more than a sale on his next upcoming webinar that we're going to be doing with him. Tony, congratulations, man. Phenomenal job, man. Perfect example of what that means, that concept, right? Ready, fire, aim. And some of you guys just need to do that.
What is that?
That's his bridge page.
That's his bridge page. I love it. See, this is awesome. And because of that, guys, because of this bridge page, what that does is it automatically says to the audience, like they're not coming in and saying, I have to sign up for what? No, they're coming in, they're being introduced to him, and they're saying, you know what, this guy's actually pretty cool. I like the vibe I'm getting here. You know what? I understand this is a webinar, and I'm going to be taught blah, 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 blah. It's a pre-frame, guys. So it's pre-framing on who he is, who's going to be on the webinar, and what the webinar is about. that makes someone feel a lot more comfortable to say, hey, I'm in. I'm actually gonna sign up. So even though it's smaller numbers, it's a higher percentage. And you bet your ass that the show-up rate is going to be a higher percentage.
Yes.
And that's what you want. You want to focus on higher percentages. For example, a lot of people like to focus on just leads. Oh, man, I got 100 leads. I got 500 million leads. How many of them did you convert? Right? I know people who just get 10 leads, and they're freaking millionaires. Right? Because all they focus on is conversions, taking those 10 and converting them, then getting 10 more and converting them, and that's what you want to do here. So the first 2 steps, right? So the first one was where was I?
First one was authority.
The authority. The second one was borrowing the experience. The third one is taking massive action, right? Taking massive action, okay? And then the fourth step, once you take that massive action, you need to follow through. You need to follow through, okay? You can't just take the action and wind down. You got to take the action and follow through. Now, after you're done with those 4 steps, right, when you actually finish the webinar, then you go into a phase called tweaking, okay? And that's what we did. Once Tony was done, we literally just said, okay, this is what we're going to tweak, and now you saw the difference in the percentages, right? So those are the 5 steps, and now we're going to go on to the actual webinar training, okay? So now when people are in the webinar, they're on the webinar, they're watching, the first thing you want to do is called a pre-frame, okay? And the reason why, so we're giving you a structure of a webinar, guys. I would take freaking notes, okay? Because what you want is to develop your business. You want to develop your business, and you want to be the leader of your business. And if you're going to lead, you have to know how to do this stuff so people can actually follow you. You want to create duplication and following. Let's see. So here's the first one, right? Tony's got his notes there. He's excited. Tony, by the way, Trey said congratulations on getting your first sale, man. On audio.
Thank you.
Yeah. So Trey's an upcoming leader, by the way.
Absolutely.
He's going to be on this panel
real
one
quick,
day soon.
Tony, you know how many people? What's your goal for how many registrants for this webinar? What's your goal? What's the number?
Registered, I said 30 to 40 people, but I was like marking on 35.
Okay, so 35. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. 35 people. Awesome. Cool.
And I already got 10.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so here we go. Let's move on to the next part. So you pre-frame. What does a pre-frame mean, okay? When people get on this webinar, they're all coming with different kinds of mindsets. They're coming on here, you don't know what the heck just happened in their life. They might come in a pissy mood. They might come with really skeptical, guards up, right? They might come just retarded. And so what you want to do, or some of them might come extremely excited, right? They don't even know what to expect. What you want to do is you want to get everyone in the same frame of mind, because you want to be in control of the actual workshop. If you are not in control, those audience, they will eat you alive. I remember one of our first trainings, we had like 70 people on there, or I don't know, maybe a little less. And I remember one guy decided to put his link in there, right? And I was like, oh no. Oh, no. This is not a pitching webinar. You're here to learn. Don't you dare put your link up in here and try to recruit the audience. And so I went off, I just spent, excuse me, I will kick you off. You better delete that right now. And the reason why, and
he signed up too afterwards.
Yeah, he signed up. But then I realized something. I said to myself, I should have pre-framed. I don't know if I pre-framed that, or maybe he got on late. But now I make sure that every public training, I say this is a learning environment. This is for you guys to get X, Y, and Z. Do not come on here to do A, B, and C, right? I tell them what to expect. I introduce myself. So that's the whole pre-frame, okay?
A perfect example of this, me and my wife used to run a martial arts about 11 months ago, right? And one of the things that we used to do with our students, right, is something called the mat chat. And all the mat chat was a pre-frame. So we had like a word of the month, and we would kind of tell a story upon that. And then we would have some type of technique that they were working on, whether it was power, whether it was accuracy, right? And we would pre-frame. Inside of this mat chat would be the first thing that we did before the class got started. And if the mad chat was done incorrectly, it was done wrong, or if you didn't do it at all, what would happen is that the whole class would have no direction, no objective, no clarity. So therefore, the kids would do whatever they want, and the class wouldn't turn out as successful as it would have if we simply did an awesome mad chat, right? So pre-frame is really important because it works for a lot of things in life, not just business, right? But even when even some of you guys have kids, right? I mean, perfect example. I mean, if you take them to the park or something, you got to pre-frame them. Okay, so you got to make sure that your ass better stay in the circle.
Right.
Don't start running around climbing the trees.
Yeah.
Because if you do, it's a pre-frame.
Exactly. They go crazy. All right, so the second part is called open looping, okay? Open looping. And what this means, the open loop means this. It's saying, hey guys, tonight you're going to learn how to do blah, 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 which I'm going to get to in a minute, and towards the end, like I did it today actually, I just did it right now. I said, guys, we have a few announcements at the end of this, but before I get there, I'm going to go into the meat. And so I didn't even finish my thought, and what happens is it engages people to want to stay on throughout the whole thing.
Man, that is some value.
You need to do that. That is
some value bombs, like Tony said.
Yeah, that just exploded right there, yo. So you want to make sure that you do that right away. Right away, you open loop them so that way they want to stay on. Okay, then you're going to do something called, what is it called? Pacing, baby?
Yeah, pacing, right? So what you want to do is pacing is simply going through everybody, where everybody's at in life. So, for example, right, a perfect example would be with somebody in network marketing, right? A lot of people in business sometimes can be either brand new, right? They can already be in the business and still be stuck. They can be in the business succeeding, but their team is not doing very well.
Right.
And here's how you would do it. So, for example, I'll give you an example here, Awesome, man. So some of you guys are here tonight, and, some of you guys are brand new, completely new to the industry, and you guys are just trying to figure it out how to start the right way. And some of you guys have been in for a while and have not been seeing the results that you really want, right? And I want to let you know that this is for you as well. And then some of you guys, right, you guys are succeeding, but the problem is that there's no duplication in your team, and it's really hurting you because as you're making money, you realize that nobody in your team is doing what you're doing, and it's almost impossible, which seems like it, right? But after tonight, what I'm going to share with you in this webinar training is going to blow your mind, and it's going to be for every single one of you guys who are on there, that this training will help you in your business, right? So what I just did is I just covered 3 different types of people. Therefore, I expanded my market. You see, a lot of people don't know, they don't pace this out, and because of that, they keep their market smaller. When their target market can be way bigger by doing something called pacing. When you're just talking to one person, you're limiting yourself to only those sales or those signups. But when you talk to a whole broad audience and a whole bunch of people, now you're talking to everybody. You're talking to everybody's, where they are currently in their life and in their business.
Value bomb, right? Oh my God, Tony's gonna be like, he's just already like leaking off on us already.
I know. I've been using it. I don't know where I use it.
He said that we're leaking on him too. That he's using a lot of our stuff. All right, so look, guys, pacing, all it is just relating to everyone, okay? And you want to make sure that you do that. So you have pre-frame, open looping, and then pacing, okay? So after you pace, the second thing, the fourth thing is to actually create the solution, okay?
Absolutely.
Create the solution. But you want to do it in a way where you do pass, okay? So write pass. So the fourth one is called pass. And what that means is you want to identify the problem, agitate it, and then solve it, okay? So that fourth one is kind of a 3-in-1. And so what that happens is after you pace, you want to actually talk about that problem. So I may say you guys may be in X, Y. You might be stuck in your business, blah, blah, but then I'm going to actually identify the problem. I'm going to actually tell them why they're stuck, why they aren't seeing results, why their team is not duplicating. I'm going to identify the problem, and I'm going to use a story most likely. And the reason why you want to do a story is because facts tell, stories sell. Period, end of story, okay? Facts tell, stories sell. So the more you implement stories into your blogging, your videos, your webinars, the more you're actually able to sell. They are longer lasting. it'll be hard for somebody to leave this webinar and remember all the facts about whatever it was that I taught. But it will be really easy to say, man, that story that they shared, man, I relate to that. I was in the same situation. I can't tell you how many emails we've gotten when somebody's like, yo, that's where I was. You know, where you were is what I'm living right now. You know, I can't tell you how many times that happened. So you want to definitely do that with the story, and then you want to agitate it, which is, can you imagine 5 more years living that way? Can you imagine? I'm agitating the wound now, you know, and then it gets them really like, whoa, whoa, because I'm going to, and then I'll open loop again, right? I'll say something like, because the solution is right here, right now, tonight, but before I get to the solution, can you imagine that 5 years from now you're still in the same spot? Can you imagine that your vision or your dream, the reason why you're in business, whether it's for your children, for yourself, for your spouse, that you're never able to satisfy that need, right? And I'll start agitating that problem. And then we'll throw in the solution with a smack. And when you hear the solution, when the audience hears the solution, they get blown away, right? They get blown away. And then throughout the entire thing, you want to ask for engagement. You want to ask for feedback. You want to engage, right?
Absolutely.
The last step is the call to action, CTA, call to action, okay? Now, you guys are wondering, man, how do we know all this stuff? It's really simple. A lot of it has been taught in the Viral Blogging Academy, where he talks about the stories, how to tell stories, right? It's storytelling secrets. He talks a lot about these things. Why? Because everything in the Empower Network platform is there for you to learn the skill sets and the abilities to create any income that you want on demand. You just plug into those audios, those courses, you're going to find that you are going to be just like that or better.
Yes.
And you just implement it. You want to learn how to do strong call to actions? You need to go into the 15K. You need to watch Dave Wood. This guy does the best call to actions that I've ever seen in my entire life. And so you got to really plug into the products and empower all the courses that are there, because they're there to help you. All right, so those are the steps.
Absolutely. So that's really powerful. It's a lot. It's a lot of steps, right? But here's what I want to let you know. Right? I'm going to share with you, exactly, how you can cut the learning curve, right, way faster, and it's going to be really phenomenal. As a matter of fact, right, here's what I mean, right? When I first got started in martial arts, there was something called the kata, and the kata is something called, it's an interpretation of a fight, right? That's what a kata is. And I had to do this kata. It was called Kion Kata Shodan, and it translates into basic form number 1, right? And this kata is literally 6 steps. 6 freaking steps, right? Now the problem was that I was completely off. I had no rhythm. I couldn't dance, right? I was just terrible. Right? And this kata, believe it or not, it took me about 90 days to fully comprehend and understand it. Now, some of you guys are saying, holy crap, it's only 6 steps. How did you not, learn that faster, right? And the reason why I didn't learn it faster was because I was doing it by myself. I was training and training and training. I was training by myself, right? Now, what happened is that after I mastered that kata and I went on to a new kata, I did something differently. And what I did is that I started training with other people. I started watching how other people were doing these katas. I started seeing their movements. I started seeing how they twist their hip and how they do a downward block. I started to see how they rotate their wrist and throw a renzuki. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. I forgot the term. I said it right, right?
You said it right.
Right. Reverse punching. I started seeing their stances and all this stuff, right? And next thing you know, I started picking stuff up way faster. Right? This is the reason why it's so important to plug in. And if you haven't done your strategy session and coaching with us, go ahead and make sure you book an appointment. Right? This is the reason why Tony is gonna blow up, because he's cutting the learning curve. Right? Not only is he doing it with himself, but he's doing it with us. He's seeing how we're doing it. Right? We're sharing with you how we're doing it, but it's different. It's different when it's actually taking place and it's live and it's a real thing, right? So what I'm going to share with you in the next couple of minutes is how we're going to be able to help you, but there's a couple of things that come in play. There in the flesh and learn exactly what we're doing, right? and at the same time, not only just creating your first sale in 60 minutes, or maybe creating more sales if you've done so, right? But really learning exactly what goes into creating this structure, right? So I'm going to share with you how we're going to do that, right? In the next couple of minutes, what exactly you need to do.
He just opened looped you.
In order to do that, right? So just hang on tight for a second, right? It's this stuff. I mean, I've never in my life have felt more confidence than I do now, and it's all because I've learned a skill set that I can say I'm competent in, and I'm probably not even there yet. But just because of the results that we've gotten. I mean, when you invest into education, guys, you develop a skill set. It's a skill set that's going to take you where you want to go in life. It's not trying to just sign people up. It's not about just getting leads. It's about learning how to fish. So then you can fish forever, man. You can fish for the rest of your life. You don't have to depend on anybody but yourself and the skill sets that you have, right?
Awesome. All right, Tony. So let's come on out here, man. I want you to come on out here and let's hear your side of the story. What golden nuggets you have for everyone, or value bombs rather, and then we're gonna kind of like interview you after. Okay.
Okay. So I guess some of the things I can say that's very valuable, or I guess I'll say my value bomb, is when you're starting in this when you're in this industry, don't go post. I'm gonna just say this: don't go posting your links constantly, because people join people. People don't join companies. It's just it's as simple as that, and that's something I learned early on. So what I involved was attractive marketing, and once I did that, people were attracted to who I was, like attracted to Tony Pinero instead of my company. The company is the company, but you are you. You aren't the company, so you need to be yourself, and that's simply how it comes down to it. And especially with Power Quantum and just learning everything and listening to the audios and reading, every day, because it helps. It helps you, and it changes your mindset, and that's what you want to be. You want to be in that mindset, because you want people to, come after you. You don't want to go after people, because that's the first thing we all do. We get into network marketing, we start chasing everybody, we dog down our family, burn them to the ground, and then we go after our friends, and then we go after random people that we don't even know on social media, say, hey, join my business opportunity, or would you like to be a part of this? You don't want to do that, because first of all, they don't know you. That's your cold market, and they don't know who you are. That just doesn't work that way. And I'm not gonna lie, I was accused of doing that. I used to do that, but I learned very quickly from some really great people, and also from the Power Couple, and I just became better. Just became a better person after that.
Awesome, man. Yeah. That is probably one of the biggest things that we all go through. I mean, we went through it too. And it is like the worst. People delete you on Facebook. They start running from you. You go to family barbecue. It's like, it's me. Yeah, they're doing the whole thing. So let's talk about what happened on last week, man. So you created a goal. I want you to tell everyone what your goal is.
Oh, my goal? Wait, hold on. Yeah, no. I'll take that. Sorry about that, guys.
That's
all right, so go ahead and repeat that. Sorry about that.
Yeah. Go ahead and tell everyone what your goal was. Yeah. Or is.
Oh, my current goal, my income goal, or for this next webinar, or for the last one?
Your income goal.
Okay, so I have two income goals. My short-term income goal is to make $3,000 a month, $3,000 a month, and I sat down with Paulo and I figured out what I had to do to get that, and that's literally $100 a day to reach that goal. And I was like, okay, well, I need to make a sale of $100 a day to reach, a grand total of $3,000 of residual income a month. And then we went into, making $30K a month, and I was like blown away by that number. I was like, okay, I don't even know how I would go about doing it. And then I found out that if I had, 256 people, that came in and they all spent $100, or actually 12 people that spent $25 or so forth, and joining me and so forth, I would actually hit my goal of $30K And then when we increased, the number even more and further down, it actually wound up becoming less and less to reach that goal of residual income. It literally got down to like 2 people paying $1,500, and I was at $30K. I was like, oh.
You know what we're going to do, guys, because some of you guys are probably saying, what the hell is he talking about, right? Here's what I'm going to share with you, right? I'm going to not only share with you how simple it is to make $3,000, because I think $3,000 is quite simple, right? I mean, Trey's talking about the $3,000 club, right? That's what we should call it, right? So what I'm going to do, I don't mean to cut you, Tony, but what we're going to do in the next couple of minutes here is I'm going to map out how you can hit $3,000, right? Per month, and how simple it is, right? And I'm also going to share with you, how we're going to help you do it, right? Now, there's a couple of things that come in place in order for us to help you out, right? It's not because we don't want to help you out. It's simply because of 2 reasons. 1, because we want to make sure that you're serious, and 2, the next thing is because the numbers are just going to pan out that way, and you just need to pay attention, right? So I'm gonna do that in probably like right now. You haven't said anything?
No, we got to just finish up with Tony, and then Tony, you got like somebody sneaking over. All right, so let me just finish with him and interviewing him, and then we're gonna.
Go for it. Yeah.
All right, so Tony, come back out here. Okay, so you had that goal. That was like one of the biggest. Before you do any of the steps, guys, you need to have a goal, because then you don't know where you're aiming towards, right? So we said, okay, 3K, and we said, bam, this is the game plan. Now, when you heard the game plan that we gave you, were you confused at any point, or were you completely clear?
I was actually completely clear. I knew what I had to do because I wrote everything out. I mentioned this earlier before. Write everything out so you see it in front of you, because if you try and remember it, you're not going to remember it. Like Cassandra was saying, you're not going to remember everything. You're not going to remember all the facts or whatever, so you want to write things down. I wasn't confused. I just heard it, wrote it down, took action.
Bam. And the cool thing about that is, right, this is how I know that Tony is going to win. This is how I know, okay? Because he literally took action on everything that we told him, and almost exactly, actually I think exactly step by step. Because what happens is this, right? Your philosophy leaks your attitude, which leaks your actions, which leaks the result, which leaks your manifested lifestyle. Okay? I'm going to say that again. Your philosophy leaks your attitude, which leaks into your actions, which leaks into your results, which leaks into your manifested lifestyle. So even though we said, hey, Tony, do X, Y, and Z, like literally step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5, if he does not have the correct philosophy, what happens? All those steps can be intertwined and started backwards and retarded, and then actually nothing gets done. But I know, and you know, that this guy's going to win because he already has a result, which he made a sale in 60 minutes because of what we told him to do, and he immediately took action step by step. One of those steps was activating that inner circle. And because he activated the inner circle, I knew that he was ready to develop himself. This guy's a developing machine, and he starts taking action because he has the right kind of philosophy. And Jamal, that's good news for you, man. I know you're sitting there and you're going, okay, when do I talk? No, I'm just kidding. Jamal, this is good news for you because you're sitting here and, tonight we gave you a few steps. We didn't give you all of them, right? A few steps. And one of the first ones was activate the inner circle, and you automatically did, which means you can have the same exact success or better than Tony, because that is the first thing. That is the first thing is your mindset. And if you work on your mindset, your attitude is going to be extremely good, which your actions then are going to be done right, and then you're going to get the results to create the manifested lifestyle. So it's that simple, right? Okay, so now Tony, come on out here again. And now that it was clear, I want you to tell me what you did. Like, what was your mindset like on a day-to-day basis to making sure that this webinar you succeeded and got some type of result?
Okay, so my mindset it was actually strictly focused. It was extremely focused, and what I did is I got rid of pretty much everything that was going on around me. And what I did is that I went with my personality first, who I was. So I reached out to people that I know I could emotionally connect with who needed help. with their business and so forth. So that's what I did. I used that. And then I just kept pushing forward with that. And then I started reaching other personality types, and I started reaching out to them and letting them know, hey, I see that you're this type of person. I think you may be interested in this. Get on this Google Hangout and check out some cool value, because I'll be on there as well. And I shared that with them. Once I connected with them, people saw that, oh, wow, okay, this guy is serious. He's on it. And I was just focused to just talking to people and just wanting to help them out. It was all about helping them out. I didn't even care about the business I was doing. I just wanted to get people to where they wanted to be. And then, end result, I got friends. People friend request me. They message me, and I'm like, hey, that Google Hangout was fire. And I just got comments today saying, dude, you're a beast, dog. Like, you're a beast. I can show you my Facebook right now. Like, oh, you're a beast. And I was like, oh, thanks.
That's awesome, man. We're so proud of you because, dude, you know, what you're doing and the track that you're on is going to be, you're just going to succeed, you know. Everyone who's watching, you guys should be taking notes on what he just said, because you want to literally duplicate what he did in you so you can just quantify those results. You don't want to do you don't want to be him. You want to be you, leveraging your strengths, but taking the same kind of direct action, okay? So that's pretty much it, man. Tony, thank you so much for coming on out here. And I want you to tell everyone, last thing, is what you felt, right, when you got that first sign up, how it felt, and how it made you feel towards your goal.
Wow. Oh my gosh, it was truly amazing. I had my girlfriend sitting right next to me, and she was like, why are you like smiling so hard? And I jumped up, and I was so happy that I got it. I was like, oh man, I got this first sale, and it made me have even more confidence in myself. Like I said before, it took me like 2-3 days to get like a sale, or a week, but it was in 60 minutes, and it gave me so much confidence. And then with this next webinar, boom, you already see my results from my next webinar. I was like, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, and just keep reaching out, and it was amazing. And my girlfriend looked at me like you're gonna be something big, aren't you? I'm like, yeah, I am. I'm a rock star. And I just claimed it for myself, and I just kept saying, winners never quit, quitters never win. I choose to be a winner, and it was just as simple as that.
Dude, that is awesome. I know the kids around you are like, winners, what are you talking about, dude? Like,
yeah, we're a bunch of art kids, a bunch of art geeks here.
Dude, that is so awesome, man. And that's what happens. What you want to do is leverage your results. The moment you get a result, you need to blast that all over Facebook and be like, man, this is what just happened. I'm so excited, and I can't wait to help the next person, right? You want to shout your results off on the rooftop. Why? You heard him. He gained confidence from that. He feels more competent to being able to succeed in his business because of that one result, guys. Look, Tony, you're the man. I cannot wait to meet you in Orlando in October, and I'm sure that everyone in the audience is thinking the same thing, like, holy crap, I can't wait to go to Orlando and meet, Tony, and meet the parties, the mall, right? Guys, if you have not yet activated your tickets for Orlando, I'm so excited. We want to hit some Disney, and all that stuff. But real quick, right? You want to go and get your tickets now. They're available. There's a special early bird for your Empower Network. Go to your homepage, and you're going to see it that they're right there. All right. They have general tickets. Straight up, it's just $147. Get your ticket. I want you to actually do that right now. Go get your ticket, click on it, and activate it today. Or you can go and get the VIP ticket, which is 10 times better because you're going to actually get to sit alongside the millionaires of the company, and they're going to give you the exact formulas that they use to grow their business, and you're going to be right there. It's going to be a smaller setting, more intimate. You get to ask more personal questions. And the VIP is $496, right?
Now, here's the reason why you want to do that, guys, right? You want to do that because, right, one, you're going to meet us in person, right? And there's nothing better than being able to connect with somebody face-to-face, right? Brainstorm, mastermind, right? Do all that good stuff. There's nothing that compares to that. The second reason why you should do it is because you're going to be exposed to a bunch of internet marketers that have all different kind of ideas, that have all kind of different strategies, that have all achieved different results in their business, and you want to be surrounding yourself with people. The third reason why you should do is because every time that we go to an event, here's what happens. First, our income explodes. Second, our team gets bigger. And third, our vision gets bigger. And because our vision gets bigger, we begin to start attracting to our business people who are actually going to be leaders and who are going to do awesome stuff, right? I mean, look at Tony. Tony's a perfect example of that, right? He's an upcoming leader in Power Quantum, and he's just taking massive action.
Absolutely.
Right, so go ahead and do that, and just get in, man.
And Tony and Jamal, man, you guys need to be looking to get the VIP ticket, like no excuse. Fight for the VIP ticket. If you really want to succeed, that's like the extra training. You know, you want VIP treatment. You get front row seats. You want the training. You know, we're going to be on VIP. We go to VIP to every single event because we're hungry. We're hungry to win, and we never want to get comfortable. I don't care how much money we ever make. We never want to get comfortable. We always want to be VIP. We always want to be in the front because that's where leaders are. And so you need to, that should be another intention that you start saying, Tony, not just, 3,000, not just winners never quit. I want you to start saying VIP, I'm going to Orlando, VIP, I'm going to Orlando. Those are certain intentions that you want to start putting out there to make sure that you're there.
Yeah, absolutely. If you're serious about your business, you have to attend events. It's just a must. If you don't attend events, we just won't ever talk to you. It doesn't even matter if you start producing.
You won't ever be on this panel ever again.
Yeah. No, seriously. Events change lives. I'm telling you, you've never been to an event like this. This event has done so many things for us. It's changed our lives absolutely.
Word.
So we're going to get right into it real quick, the last part here. Yeah, awesome. Cool stuff. So Tony, I'm not sure. You're leaving or what's up? You have to get going or what?
No, there's a class getting ready to start actually in a little bit. So it's getting ready to start.
How much time do you have?
I have about like an extra 10, 15 minutes.
Okay, cool. So that's what we're gonna do. So just stay on here, all right? Because I want you to get more clear with this, and the more you see this, the more you're gonna see how possible it is, right? For everybody who's watching in the audience, what I'm gonna share with you right now is, I just love the whole thing that the 3,000 Club, man. I like that. The hashtag 3K Club, right? And what we're gonna share with you is how simple it is to hit $3,000, right, per month. And the reason why is because of strategy that we're going to be sharing with you, right? Some of you guys are from all different types of businesses, which is totally cool, right? Because Empower Network is a platform that teaches you how to market your business in a way that attracts people to you instead of people kind of putting their hands up and saying, oh my goodness, get away from me, right? So that's the reason why Empower Network is cool. It's going to teach you a skill set that can allow you to create an income on demand, right? Which, if you ask me, I think that's phenomenal, right? To be able to do that kind of stuff, to develop a skill set, it's great, right? So what I'm going to share with you is how we're going to do that, right? And we're going to be using the Empower Network to get you there. And here's the reason why. Because of what I'm going to share with you right now. So just give me a second. So I guess let me just pop this up real quick. Open Lisa.
Mm-hmm.
This one?
Remember? Yeah.
Okay, cool. Just give me a second here. We're gonna do this. Bam. Okay, cool. So I'm just gonna screen share here real quick. So Jamal, I know you're back, so I want you to pay attention because this is the part that we didn't get to do because we were running late. So here we go, guys. Right. So you guys already kind of know this stuff, right? So Yeah. So guys, so make sure you stay here because my wife has some powerful announcements, like she said she was gonna do at the end, right? So I'm gonna cover this real quick, right? So right now, what some of you guys have is the viral blogging system, right? Which is a phenomenal course. As a matter of fact, this course has completely changed my life. Has made me a more powerful communicator. And here's what I'm gonna suggest you guys do, right? Kind of like my wife said, she said that when you get on the internet, all of a sudden it creates this magic and people think you're an authority, right? I'm going to encourage you to start shooting videos because, one, it's going to make you a more powerful communicator, and two, the more consistent you do that, people are going to say, oh, wow, this guy is awesome, man. And, you know, people will relate with your personality, right? So the viral blogging system is something that you should be committing to blogging for the next 90 days. And here's the reason why. Because when I did it, I realized that the way I wrote eventually transitioned into how I speak today, right? And it's because I wrote, because when you blog every single day, not only are you putting more content on the internet. Remember my friend that I said who has his blogs ranked on Google and he gets like 6 to 10 signups simply by saying Google me, right? Google me and his blogs come up, right? So it's really, really cool stuff, right? So the next thing I want to cover is the inner circle real quick, right? Now, some of you guys have not yet gone and picked up the inner circle, which, by the way, the reason why I'm painting this picture prospering in your business, right? The inner circle is an audio archive of personal development. Plus, every Thursday they have people going in there who are good in YouTube, good with Facebook PPC, and they're sharing their strategies. They're sharing how they do certain things in their business that's going to benefit you. Okay, the next one is the Costa Rica. Inside of the Costa Rica, I mean, there's something called How to Speak the Prospect's Language. It's a phenomenal, phenomenal course. I encourage you to look through it. There's really awesome courses in there, viral sustainability and everything that's really cool in there, right? The 15K formula, guys, inside this is going to teach you the seduction of email marketing, right? It's going to teach you how to put an email, how to construct an email that you send an email and when you get back is a sale, right? Because it's an art on how to email, right? I mean, there's a lot of things, you know. Inside of the 15K is going to teach you something called video marketing, how to structure your videos in a way that keeps people entertained all the way till the sale, and how to get people to just buy into you, right? Last but not least, it's the master's course, right? So the reason why I wanted to illustrate this real quick, which, by the way, the master's course, phenomenal course. It's going to teach you how to outsource your business, right? So for a couple of seconds, you guys are looking at this and saying, holy crap, this is a lot of money to invest. You know, totally understandable. Hey, you're talking to somebody that me and my wife left our only income source, and we decided to do this, right? And when we did this, we didn't have any money, right? But I want you to just pay attention to the sound of my voice, because I want you to really figure out, and I want you guys to ask yourself, you know, to create a 6-figure income, right, in America, which, by the way, only 2% of Americans can create a 6-figure income, right? The ideal job that you need to do is either become a lawyer or a doctor, and those two professions take a long, long time to do, and you're not really 100% guaranteed that you're going to get a job or a position. Not to mention, there's a big, big load of money that you have to pay for that education. Probably hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars. So when you look at this, I want you to look at this from a perspective not of a broke person, because you're not broke, okay, unless you want to be broke. But I want you to look at it from a perspective of investing into yourself, investing in yourself. And I want you to look at it and say, holy crap, I can start earning the same amount of money that a doctor makes in less time, and for a fraction of what a doctor pays for his education. You know, a lot of people don't call universities a scam, you know? So don't look at this and say, oh my God, this is a lot, right? Now, here's what I want to just let you know real quick. For those who have businesses, right? For those of you who have business, right, and you guys are from other business, I want you to look at this from a business perspective, and I'm going to share with you how we're going to put more money into your pocket and how we're going to get you to be part of that $3,000 club, right? The same one that Tony's part of and the same one he's on his way. There's a couple of things that you can do if you're in another business. You can actually just learn the courses, right, and just learn the courses, which is fine, right? But from a business perspective, doesn't it make sense that if you're going to plug people into the system that you actually benefit from it? This is not really big deal, but if you become an affiliate with Empowered Network, we're not telling you to really promote it, right, unless you want to, right? But if you don't really want to, that's fine, right? But when you become an affiliate, which is not a really big deal, you're going to be making 100% commission. Now, on everything that's coded to you. Now, I want you to pay attention, and I want you to zoom into this computer or zoom in or put the speakers a little louder, because here's where we come in and here's where we help you out, because we want to help you succeed. If you have the drive, if you have the passion, and if you're willing to make that commitment, we're willing to make 1,000-fold commitment, because we want to get you into profit as soon as possible. I was talking to Jamal earlier on, and I was telling him that the lifespan of a network marketer is anywhere from 2 to 5 months. That's why it's crucial for you to start succeeding, right? So when you look at that, I want you to just do the calculations real quick. I'm sorry, right? I'm going to just paint something out here, and here's the reason why I'm going to do it, right? Because I want you guys to really understand how simple this is and how much money you can actually make way faster than you can imagine, right? So right now, if you guys become an affiliate, right, you would need 120 products that are coded to you to make $3,000. You look at that number and you say, holy crap, that's a big number. Heck, we're not even pumping out those numbers, and I'm going to show you why. We're not even pumping out those numbers, and we're making more money than that, right? So I want you to hang here with me. If you pick up the inner circle, right, you're going to look at this and you're going to say the number drops significantly. It goes from 120 to 24, right? And the reason why there's a major drop is because it's not really a big deal, but you make 100% commission on whatever products that are coded to you, okay? Now, I'm just going to continue going down the list because I really want you to see the potential and how you can actually use this, right, to put more money in your pocket, right? Now, you look at the Costa Rica, which is going to teach you about viral sustainability, how to sell chocolate to anybody, how to talk your prospect's language. You're looking at this and you're saying, wow, okay? And the number actually drops to 4.8, which we rounded off to 5, okay? And, I mean, the number drops again. Again, it drops again, right? Let's say you decide to pick up the 15K formula, which is basically going to share with you the traffic strategies and all that good stuff. The number drops again to 1.8, and we have to round that to about 2, right? And last but not least, let's say you decide to pick up the master's course. You decide to get all in. You decide to become part of the Power Quantum Council, and you begin to start strategizing and masterminding with the elite and the leaders in Power. You would need 0.6, right, which is that doesn't exist, right, but you would actually be making more than 3,000, you know, if you get somebody to get all in and the products are coded to you. Now, the reason why this is important, right, is because here's where we come into play. I want you to pay attention for a second here. I'm going to take out my doodle pen, right, and, right, for those who have not yet activated the inner circle, here's the reason why you should do it. One, because we're not going to do any Google Hangouts unless you activate it, and here's the reason why. Because somebody who's not willing to invest into their personal development, into developing their mindset, we are just not going to help them, because we know that if we tell them what to do, they're not going to do it. Isn't that right, Tony? Not sure if Tony.
Yeah, that's
right.
Yeah, that's right. That's true. I mean, I went in, I got into the inner circle, and then boom. You know, now I'm on Google Hangouts, and now look where I'm at.
That's the reason why we're helping Tony out, because we saw that he made that commitment, right? So if you haven't picked up the inner circle, you need to do it right away, okay? It's only $100, okay? I'm going to share with you how you can cover that in a second, okay? Now, here's what we really want to focus on. This is the number we want to focus on. Anything else is a bonus. The reason why we want to focus on this number is because this is residual, right? If we focus on the number 24, right, you would only need 24 products that are coded to you, which is the combination of the viral brain system and the inner circle, to hit the 3K club, right? To hit the $3,000 club. Now this is major. I'm gonna show you. Can someone mute themselves? I think they're talking. Right? Oh, there we go. Right. So you would only need 24 to hit the $3,000 club. And what we're gonna do is that when you activate the inner circle, we are gonna get on a hangout, right? And we're gonna close people out for you the same way we did for Tony. We're going to close people out for you, and we're not going to stop until we make sure that you hit that number. Now here's what comes into play, that you actually have to be willing to make a decision and a commitment, because when you look at this number, 24 is not a lot. And I'm telling you, with the strategies, with the trainings that we have here in Empower Network, and the trainings that we have in Power Quantum, you best believe that you're going to get to that income goal. And not only that, but Power Quantum is going to grow to the next level, and we need your help in order to take it to the next level, right? So, you know, this is what I just wanted to share for a couple of minutes, right?
Beautiful. Awesome.
You know, so I'm just going to pop right here out. You know, so for some of you guys who are looking at that, I'm sorry, go ahead. I don't want to mess it up.
Totally did. All right, guys, that's awesome, man. This is freaking like it's easy. Trey's excited over here. He's like he's activating it within a couple of days, and 24 has been his number ever since we had our strategy session. That's right, Jamal, man. What the hell are you thinking right now?
I'm thinking like 24 people, like to actually hit that goal is amazing.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So this is exciting, dude, and we want to help you do that. Now that you have the freaking inner circle and the viral blogging system, that's what we're gonna do. So before we end tonight, you and I are just gonna stay on real quick, and we're gonna schedule something for you, so we can do the same exact thing that we did for Tony and help you get to 3K like this, brother. So that's gonna be the exciting part. Now, is there any questions that you have, Jamal, that you want to ask Tony, ourselves, before we actually close with the announcements and things?
I was wondering like maybe some tips on how I can like be able to maybe improve in my Wake Up Now business.
Okay, cool. Well, you're going to get that through the trainings that we do every Wednesday, okay? So every Wednesday, that's for everyone on here. Every Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern, those are the things that we talk about. So the announcements. I don't want to ruin the announcement yet. Is there any other questions that you may have, though?
That's really it.
That's really it? All right, cool, man. So I'm going to go straight into announcements, Tony, because I know you have to go too, right? So here's some freaking awesome announcements. Drum roll, please, right? We created a Power Quantum Training Center website. And that purpose is for, you know, questions like what Jamal had. A lot of you come here from different kinds of businesses, whether it be network marketing, whether it be traditional marketing, or even affiliate marketing. And what we do is we help you grow those businesses, right? And then some of you end up using the Empower Network platform as another stream of income, because who wouldn't, right? Who wouldn't? You know, all you need is 24 people to make that kind of money for, you know, for what your goal is. So it's pretty awesome. So we made this training center where all of the recordings of every training we've ever done, you can literally get at the touch of a button. At the touch of a freaking button. So, I mean, this training is going to be there, and I'm freaking excited about it. I know, Tony, man, come on out here real quick. I want you to tell everyone what you thought about it when you first saw this freaking site.
Okay, when Cassandra showed this to me earlier, I was like, wow, this is super sick. I was like, look at all this info. I got first hands-on experience. I mean, I know Paulo saw it before me, but still, I was like, oh, this is awesome. There are a lot of people who would really love this and love to see this and would need this right here. And once they look at it, it's like, okay, cool. Boom. It was like a value atomic bomb website.
Absolutely, man. And that's not even the good. I mean, we have way more announcements right now, right? So anyway, the training, I put it out there for those of you who are in the audience. For you, Jamal, for you, Tony, we got a domain for it. So it's training.powerquantumwebinar.com. Again, it's training.powerquantumwebinar.com. Okay, I'm going to put that in the chat for us right here, Jamal and Tony. And there, I'm telling you, you are going to freaking find everything you ever need as far as being a basic member, okay? Because what we're going to do is as all of you begin to get all in, right, and you start increasing in knowledge by investing in the 15K to Costa Rica, we're going to unlock only trainings for only those people who have the Costa Rica intensive, who have just the 15K, who have just the master's course. We're going to have separate password protected site portions of that where you get extra training. So I'm freaking excited about that. Here's the second announcement. The I Am a Business podcast, you can literally download it right from that site. You can listen to the audios that we've created for you right from that site. And our goal is to have, you know, like Tony come on out, or any upcoming leaders, Nico, come on out. She had her first 16 lead day. And every day now she's over 15 leads because of the system she just recently implemented.
Here's the objective. I just wanted to just say this for a second, right? When you're in Power Quantum, here's what we want to help you do. Our goal is to help you to 30 leads and 2 signups every single day. You need to start saying this. It doesn't matter if you're not there yet. Start proclaiming that you can do this and it's easy. The moment you do that, you're going to see a shift, right? Well, anyways, because when you get to 2 signups and 30 leads and you do that consistently for 90 days, you're bound to hit your first 5-figure month. Trust me, two a day, 30 leads, and you're free for the rest of your life. That's what they say.
It's that simple, guys. It is that simple. So the training center is there. You have the audios, and we want to be able to have, you know, leaders come on up there, and we want to have you host it or do, you know, special guests, and you'll be in the front of the freaking website every week, you know. And I'm excited about that. Third announcement is we're creating a website where you guys can invite the public audience to, and we'll do the whole webinar and close them out. And when they join, because you sent them the link, it will be affiliated totally. We'll make the sale. So I'm freaking excited about that. And then here's one of the biggest announcements that we are so pumped up and excited to sharing. This past week, right, yesterday, Fallow and I were inducted into the Leadership Council of the Freedom Fighters Network. And that, you guys are probably like, what the hell is that, right? Well, this is a new traffic source that Fallow and I are testing. And if it goes well, Tony, you need to get it, and everyone on the freaking audience right now, you guys are going to need to get it. And we're testing it because what it's going to do is it's not only going to just give us traffic, but it's going to quadruple our income like this. It's going to quadruple our income like this. And I'm so excited and I'm pumped up about it. So it's a new traffic source, right? A new traffic source, and we can't wait to get it in your hands, because can you imagine pushing a button and then traffic just comes to your link and you're just making sales without having to do a thing but press a freaking button? Tony's getting overwhelmed right now. Guys, this is probably one of the best things that Power Quantum decided to get involved with.
Yes.
And I really believe it's going to change the game of the Power Quantum.
Yeah. So guys, you know, like leaders do, you know, we're testing it. We just bought some traffic, and we're running some traffic to the capture pages, making sure it's converting well. And we just know it is. We just know it's going to happen. But before we even present it to you guys, we just wanted to make sure that that it's just good to go, that we're getting results, so then you guys can go ahead and just duplicate that. So I'm excited because of that. Like she said, it's gonna put more money in your pocket, and it's gonna make everything a lot easier, and it's just gonna be really badass, man. We've never seen anything like this. So ever.
So the moment we start seeing the results and we say, you know what, this is sexy, we're gonna go ahead and say, boom, this is for you. Go ahead, get in right now, okay? So I'm excited about. Trey's like, that's intense. This is awesome, guys. Make sure you have the training center and you're using it. And is there any questions? All right, peace, man. Peace, Tony. Tony's heading out. He's got to go. Does anyone have any questions? Anyone in the audience? If you have any questions, you can go ahead, ask them right now, and then we'll end the night, guys. We're pumped up. We're excited. Yes, go ahead, Tony.
I'll say before I go, you guys better have some damn questions. You guys better get into the inner circle. It's simple as that. Because if not, that means you're not as serious about your business as you proclaim to be. So you need to go ahead, get into the inner circle, take major action, follow their lead, and do what you got to do. Because if you don't, then you might as well just go flip burgers for a living then.
Word up, man. Word up, man. Thank you so much. You know, we got to get your team rolling on here. I didn't see Jamie on here tonight, so we got to help you get her connected, keep her on every training. Everyone here, this is every Wednesday. Make sure you should be looking forward to every Wednesday training, because that's what's going to explode your business, guys. All right, Tony, I know you got to roll. You're the bomb. Love you, bro, and enjoy the rest of your day.
All right, you guys too. Peace out, guys.
Peace out, man. Everyone else? Let's go. I mean, I don't know if there's any questions that you may have. Jamal, you are awesome, man. Congratulations on getting the inner circle. We're going to set a date to do your actual webinar training, and we're going to get you up and running. Cool, and Trey's getting his inner circle as soon as possible. That's awesome, dude. Everyone else in the audience, we hope you have a great night. We're excited for you. Is there any last thoughts you want to say?
Yeah, Trey. As soon as you get in, right, we're gonna get notified, and when you get the inner circle, we'll get on a private hangout, whatever, and then we're gonna go from there, and it's gonna be good.
Absolutely. All right, cool. All right, Jamal. Don't go anywhere. We're just gonna end the live broadcast. All right, guys. Have a great night. We love you. Peace, love, and chicken grease.